Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. And today I just wanted to put up a video showcasing, I had to pick three. So these are my three favorite Microbrand dive watches that I have in my collection. These are the ones I find that tend to get the most compliments, that are, you know, and again, guys, I have 140 watches. Some are more over the top, like the Invictus and the Aragons. Some get noticed a lot more. Naturally, watches like that are going to get noticed. They are going to get compliments more because they're so big and flashy. And then you have some of the other ones which are smaller, which don't always get the recognition they deserve, of course. But, you know, I like all watches, from my Sterlings with their beautiful automatic designs and their skeletonized designs, to the big chunky Invictus, to the Aragons. I like them all, and they all, for the most part, get wrist time. And these three, I had to pick three. And Microbrand is kind of a term for a watch that's not mainstream. You can really have Microbrand anything, but it's ones you're not going to find in a store. Most of the time, you've never even heard of the name unless you're really a watch collector, really passionate about watches. A lot of times they're funded on sites like Kickstarter, so it just kind of depends. A lot of times they run limited editions, so they only make a certain amount. So these three, I absolutely, every time I wear them, I just find myself staring at them, and I love when somebody asks me about them. And so they're not the biggest watches, although one I'm going to show you first is it's a little bit larger. But let's just begin, okay? So the first one is by a company called NBS, and that stands for no bullshit. Sorry, not the company. Sorry, the watch is called the NBS. The company's called Delta T. And I love Delta T watches. I'm so excited every time they come out with something because it's always unique, and it just has that big, beefy quality that I like in a watch. And so this one here is when I reached out to them and they agreed to send this to me, I was blown away. And this one here, again, this is the NBS. It's very unique in design. I don't think anybody makes anything like this. This is the kind of watch that when you wear this on your wrist, there is no guessing that this is a Delta T. There's nothing that even looks remotely like it. And that's what I like about watches like this, is that if somebody knows what Delta T is or an NBS watch is and they've seen it, there is no question you have this on your wrist that people are going to know what this is. And I absolutely love it. I love the design of it. This one is done in the skeletonized face. There is not a lot of skeleton, but it is kind of skeleton. I believe this one's powered by a Miyota movement, if I'm not mistaken. I kind of forget. It is automatic, I know that, but I'm not going to look it up now. Again, I've done a video on each and every one of these. I believe this one is powered by a Miyota movement, but don't quote me on that. But this is a limited edition run. Once these are gone, they're gone. It has 3,300 feet of water resistance. It is an all bronze case, which is super unique. This is my first bronze watch. I hope to add more to the collection. And what I did on it, this watch actually came with a couple different bands, and I am a bracelet guy, and so what I like about this is that you do have a little bit of these stainless steel silver accents on these pillars, which sandwich the actual watch together like a case and cradle design, and that's what gives it that 3,300 feet of water resistance. It's going to take on a natural patina. As you can see, it's starting to get a little darker as it ages. This is about 1.5 to 2 years old, and I love this watch. Now, again, it came with the leather strap. The quality of the strap's great. The quality of the watch is great. I opted to put it on a mesh bracelet, and this mesh bracelet, I think, is one of the nicest mesh bracelets you can find out there. This is by Aragon. The quality is just absolutely fantastic. The mesh is tight on it. And I've ordered some off eBay, some really inexpensive bands, but you pick this band up for under like 80 bucks, and it's absolutely awesome. Just really high quality. One of the nicest mesh bands I've seen out there. If you're looking for a watch band, a mesh band for a watch that you may have, you want to change the band out. Again, I'm a bracelet kind of guy, and I think that this band, the mesh on a dive watch, it just kind of goes with the theme. Just a stunning watch. The next one is by a company called Visser, and Visser is a company by two brothers who actually own Robert and Bob. They own Vostal, I think I'm saying that correctly, fishing reel company, and they branched off and they started making a dive watch. And what I kind of consider, this is like a fisherman's water sports kind of guy, not like jet skiing. I mean, anybody can wear anything, but this is for the guy who's sailing, who's fishing. And this kind of goes with their theme, and you can see what they've done with the case. They have this kind of deep dish, these beautiful, what I would consider Excalibur style hands, and it just has a real elegance to it, and I always get compliments when I wear this. And again, this is something you're not going to see. If you're wearing this on your wrist, nobody's going to question what it is. If they know it's a Visser watch, there's no question. You know, like when I'm not bashing on any other brands, but a lot of brands out there, everybody and their brother. It seems like every micro brand company now that I see, although I like those watches, don't get me wrong, I still like to share them with you guys, but it seems like everybody who's coming out with a Kickstarter watch, they all seem to look the same. And I don't want to overgeneralize, there are different ones out there, but everybody kind of copies that basic, simple case. I mean, and what I would consider like a Rolex case. It's just basic. And even this case is kind of what I would consider kind of like, it's just that standard shape, that standard size, nothing really super fancy. But what I love about this watch is that this watch really pops because they have that CNC machined aluminum insert on the inside of the case. You have this domed, very nicely domed sapphire crystal. The hands, just the way they designed this thing is absolutely breathtaking. And when you put this on the wrist, there is no question, just like the Delta T, that this is a Visser watch. What I love about this too is it's actually real carbon fiber between the links. Very unique bracelet, and this actually comes off at the sides of the lugs here on both sides by pressing this button on the band, and that just pops off. You pop it on your wrist, so you don't actually have a buckle. So very, very unique design, stunning, automatic. I believe this one's powered by Miyota as well. Does it say that on the back? It doesn't. They never say it on the back. Anyway, just a stunning watch. Another one of my favorite micro brands. And I'll show you what each one of these look like on the wrist in a second here. So the next watch, another one that I was blown away they were willing to send me. I absolutely love this watch. This watch gets a lot of wear time. It isn't the color I originally requested. I wanted the bronze, but either way, no complaints. It's a stunning watch, and it's a very, very high quality watch like all these. And this one here is the Aqua Dive. This is called the Bathyscaphe. And this is a very, very classic designed watch. Seiko makes watches in this shape. Lots of other brands kind of share that very classic dive style or diver's design. What's another one? Doxa, very, very similar with that kind of oblong curved case. This is a stunning watch. Again, this came on a beautiful isoframe strap, but I'm not I don't really like the isoframe. I mean, it's a good quality strap, don't get me wrong, but it's just blue. And I'm a bracelet guy. I like a bracelet on a band or on a strap. I just feel like it's going to stand the test of time. Not to say that the isoframe is not an excellent strap. It is very, very unique, but I opted to put this on an Aragon strap as well. Excuse me. I think that anytime I see a dive watch, I love to see it on this mesh, and this is just, again, an exceptional band. It fits the watch perfectly. The finish, it looks like it came from the factory like this. So, and this is done in their blue. This is all ceramic around the bezel. The face shares that kind of what I would consider like a pale blue, and the lume on this thing is absolutely fantastic. This one here is also, I think, powered by, this one's powered by an ETA movement, but it's German made, limited edition to 500 pieces. It's number 11, and all these here, with the exception of the, I don't think the Visser is limited edition. No, the Delta T and the Aqua Dive are limited edition. This is the best lume on any watch I have. Now, price point on these retail, I mean, naturally what you're going to pay for them. And you might see that fluctuate a little bit depending on where you get it. I always say be a smart shopper. But on the Aqua Dive, you're looking at about $1,950. This one here minus the band. They do make their own Aqua Dive band, which I thought they were going to send it on that strap, but they ended up sending it on the isoframe. I think because they're very proud of that strap. Again, if you're looking for a rubber strap or silicone, I wouldn't waste my time with rubber or silicone. Check out the isoframe. It is over $100. I think it's like $150 for the strap, but to my understanding, it is very, very durable and comfortable, and it's not going to break down. It's just a personal preference. I prefer the dive mesh. Just a stunning watch. I've been wearing this one the last couple days. When I'm lounging around the house, I've been kind of getting over this cold here. I've been sick all last week, and then I was sick over the weekend. When I just lounge around the house, I tend to not wear the big Invictas just because you wear them all day, lounge around, you bump on things. They're a little big just for sitting around lounging. So I'll always wear something a little smaller when I'm just kind of dinking around the kitchen or laying in bed, relax. And this is or just wearing a watch to bed. This one's been getting a lot of use lately. And again, I've done a review on each and every one of these watches, so I'm not going to go into specifics. I touch on all that in the videos. All you got to do is go to my channel, search my videos, look for Aqua Dive, Delta T, or Visser watch, and you'll find these watches on there with a full in-depth review. So let's go ahead and throw it on the wrist here. Again, this is on a 7-inch wrist. I'm about 5 foot 7.5, weigh about 170 pounds. Again, smaller watch, and you know, it's really not a small watch. But it just has a very, very retro look to it. I love this watch. It really is one of my favorites in my collection. Just stunning. So let me go ahead and pop the Visser on the wrist and get an idea what that looks like. Again, very interesting design here on the strap. Pop that off, throw it on the wrist, and snap it in place, and you're good to go. Very, very elegant looking watch. This one's done in a couple different colors as well. You can get this with the blue face, the red face, or the well, they got red, blue, green, and of course this particular one, which is my favorite, and then make it all midnight black with a diamond-like coating, I think it's called, which is a nice looking watch as well. Price on this one here is going to run you about $1,000. I have seen the price drop a little bit recently. I think you can pick it up now, or last time I saw it, about $800 roughly. So come down a little bit in price. And then the last one, the Delta T. This is going to range a little bit depending on if you get the bronze version or some of the other plated versions, or if you get stainless steel. I would love to get another one of these. These are absolutely fantastic. This one's going to run you about $1,500. Again, limited edition. That's minus the strap. And what a unique looking watch. I mean, that thing looks like it came off of ship somewhere, doesn't it? Very unique. Not for everybody, but for a guy like me who loves things that are very, very unique like this, I love this watch. All right, guys. Well, I hope you liked the video. That, again, was my 3 favorite Microbrand dive watches in my collection. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to check out the other videos where I do the in-depth review, show a little more wrist time, definitely check those out. If you have any questions or comments, I'll put links in the description to each and every one of these watches where you can pick it up for the best value. And guys, as always, thank you so much for your support and watching the videos. You guys have a wonderful day. Let me know what you guys like too. I love hearing about different brands and discovering new and upcoming microbrands. Microbrands are great. They're you know, you're guaranteed to get something that nobody's going to have. Very, very unique. So, man, check it out. All right, guys, have a great day. Take care.